Okay, so salute to everyone out there. Did you guys hear the story about the guy on the subway who was struck in the head with a metal pipe? That's why I tell people you have to be careful everywhere you go. Your guard has to be up all the time. Women, keep mace with you. Keep mace. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Ago that I had forgotten about, honestly. I converted my comedy page to recently some tweets were discovered from years ago that I had forgotten about, honestly. I converted my comedy page to our family page and I forgot about some very distasteful tweets. These tweets were jokes that I did about race, I did about gender, I did about, where I'm from in the South. That's what I thought was funny at the time. I was a comedian, so I would think of things on the subway and I would say it at open mic, or I would say it on Twitter and I'd be done with it. These tweets or jokes were very distasteful. It's not a reflection of my humor now. I was a very insecure person. Years of therapy, years of sobriety, all these things helped change my life. And through that, I met my family. I became a husband and a father, which I did not think I was capable of doing. The main thing is I had to get through that person who said those distasteful things to get to the person that I am now.
What I dislike is people always brandishing things as someone being racist. Were they bad jokes? Absolutely. But is he a racist? I mean, really?
And I had probably thousands of tweets, and these were just some of them. Like I said, they were all about many different subjects. There was no emotion behind them. They were just things that I thought were funny. It really comes down to how insecure I was and the validation I was trying to seek from an audience. I had to work on myself to get healthy, and therefore I do not find any of those things funny now.
Anybody's digging up stuff on anyone at all, I'm sure you'll find things you don't like.
Listen, if you want to dig up and find things, there's plenty there. And it's also well documented, the changes that I've gone through in sobriety and changes as a man, my therapy. But if you want to find old tweets, if you want to find other things, you'll find that I went to jail a few times because I had DUIs, and from that I went to rehab and I fixed my life. I want my story to be about inspiring people and showing how much the human spirit is capable of. But if you want to focus on the old things, then you can do that, or you can look at some of our current work as a family and maybe become inspired by that, which I hope you'll do. And so if any of the distasteful jokes upset anyone, I'm sorry for that. I will not be responding to any comments or tweets, but my wife will if you have something to say about it. We thank you for your time.
If I've ever uttered a negative word about media takeout, I never will again from this point forward. And I'm going to get to the reason why in a minute. Let me go ahead and start the article off, and then when I get to that point, I'm going to show you so that way you know I'm not lying. So, Media Takeout posted the following article on July 6th of 2018 titled, Love and Hip Hop's Bree Taylor, Cyndi Lauper's son beat me, called me a black bitch. Seriously, they wrote. 1980s pop star Cyndi Lauper's son, Dex Lauper, is being accused of racially abusing his ex-girlfriend Bree Taylor. The two have been dating for 6 months and are in the midst of a bitter breakup. But according to Bree, she's a survivor of domestic violence. Bree claims that Dex used to call her racial slurs against her, calling her a, quote, black bitch. She also suggests that he may have put hands on her. Quote, he verbally abused me by calling me all types of black bitches, belittling me by calling himself born royalty, and I'm just a, quote, crack baby. He even verbally abused my mom several times, calling her out of her name, end quote. Dex Lauper is not just any old white guy. He's a rapper and appears to have some sort of affiliation with the Bloods gang. It's not clear how a boy whose mother is one of the most recognizable pop stars in the world can be a gang member. And then they posted, voila, my video from YouTube. Yes, Media Takeout actually posted it. I screenshot it to show y'all I'm not making this up. Shout out to Media Takeout. I love Media Takeout. They're freaking awesome. Anyways, here's what Bree said, and then they posted some screenshots from T-Tenders, which were, I guess, were originally posted on Bree's Instagram stories. Here's what Bree said. For your information, I broke up with this guy because he verbally and physically abused me at the end of our relationship. He busted my lip and nose and suffocated me. Tried to break up my new teeth because he jealous. Lil fuck. My mom had to come escort me out of the house with the cops because well, there should be some sort of police report. But anyways, because he was holding me hostage. Me and all my family members had to block him because he kept stalking me. Then he sent videos and pics to a girl I don't know to post and exploit me. Evil little devil boy. He tried to make me the bad guy. Well, here are the facts. And his friend was there and had to save me, but couldn't do much because Demon Boy was enraged. At A Harlem Dream is my witness. Of course he will lie because him and Dex have a weird bromance. But the recorded audio I have is real. I'm tired of being played with and lied on. Bree, send it to me so I can post it on YouTube. Thank you in advance. I'm gonna holler at her about that. She went on to say domestic violence, and she spelled violence with an A. I always find stuff with typos, but my life is a typo. Domestic violence is real. Hashtag get out. Hashtag that's not love. Get Out was a really good movie, and it was about an interracial relationship that ended tragically. But anyway, she went on to say, I'm sorry, y'all. I just hold so much in. Crying emoji. It's just hurtful when you take so much from a person and they just keep trying to do any and everything in their power to violate you and make you look bad to save their own ass. Him and these girls he has doing his dirty work is really on some bully shit at this point. I'm not having it no more. I really want to know who these people are and what they did because she didn't explain. And to be honest, I stayed quiet for so long for poor Cyndi Lauper's sake. Really, Brie. Really. Now, we seen how you act in Love and Hip Hop, but you stayed quiet in this case, not because you thought you were going to get back with them, but because of Cyndi Lauper. But okay, Brie, whatever. She is the one. She is the one with the worldwide fame, and I never wanted to make her look bad due to her son's actions. But things are going too far. He needs to be exposed for who he really is. He's a woman-beating gangbanger. Well, you were with them anyways. He verbally abused me by calling me all types of black bitches, belittling me by calling himself born royalty, and I'm just a quote crack baby. He even verbally abused my mom several times, calling her out her name. A woman should never have to go through what I went through. Call me dumb, call me whatever, but take my story as inspiration and never let a N-word overpower you and belittle you, no matter who they are. It's not love. Hashtag get fout. Oh, get the F out. Oh, okay. All right, nigglets. But anyways, guys, yeah. That's what she said. Wow. Anyways, guys, so what do you think about this swirling gone right or gone wrong, depending on how you view it, relationship? I mean, you know, y'all have to be thinking that the grass is greener with a pinker wiener, and then y'all be finding out that it's not, my Jesus.
This is my first time hearing about the Mcclure twins, so I had to do a bit of research. For those who don't know who the Mcclure twins are, they are two biracial girls, which happen to be twins, of a white male and a black woman union. However, he has come under fire because some old tweets that he has made about black women, negative tweets, has surfaced. Now, this channel, the Mcclure Twins channel, has 54K subscribers, and they have videos that have went viral, over 2 million views, over 1 million views. And this channel is especially popular with women of a darker hue. Why? Because that is a safe haven where they can go and worship those two biracial twins. Not only are they biracial, they are twins. Now, obviously, he is nervous. Very, very nervous. He can barely talk. However, don't worry. Nothing will be said or done to you. Now, this video will get thumbs down. I will be labeled everything under the sun except a son of God. So I understand that I'm not allowed to speak up on situations like this. However, Mr. Mcclure will not be checked. Some people would do a video about this, but don't worry. It will go greatly overlooked. Maybe not now because I'm saying something about it. But he said that's when I was a up-and-coming comedian. I thought of different things, and I were trying to make people laugh. I wanted funny things. So racist jokes about black women, stereotypical jokes about black women. is the route I took. And then he goes out and gets a black woman and gets her pregnant. And if you look in his comment section, there's a lot of black people that are saying, don't worry. Don't worry. That's old. That's in the past. That doesn't count anymore. And for those black people who are in that comment section saying that, this goes to show everything I've been saying about a certain demographic of black people. They're just gone. They will not stand up. This is despicable. This is embarrassing. But also, this goes into the stereotype and a lot of truth that I have been speaking when it comes to white men and black women unions. I mean, I've been speaking truth about everything, but right here is a prime example. And if you pay attention, she is. And when I say she, and what I mean is the woman of those two biracials. She is a woman of a darker hue. And I'm not going to go there on this video. Don't worry, I won't go in on colorism. But this goes to show you the massive gaping holes in the colorism crybaby argument. I told you guys, this summer, if you think this weather is hot, this channel is going to be burning up. And then Mr. Mcclure goes off to say, well, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions about this situation. Oh, well, I will have my wife do it. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So the black woman is going to speak up for her racist baby father, racist husband. I'm not surprised. I told you this happens. And I also told the brothers, don't believe the hype. See, they packaged this idea or this lie, this scheme, this mind frame, all of this, dysfunction, they package it and they sell it to you. They want you to believe that the grass is greener on the other side. And in fact, in many cases, it's even worse. The amount of mental stress she has put on her brain, lying and buck dancing and caping and laying down like a red rug at a premiere for Mr. Mcclure. He walks all over her. She does everything and anything he tells her to do. She lays down like a red carpet at the premiere of Avengers. And he just walks all over her. He said it. He said it. He wrote it. This is what he believed. I wouldn't be surprised if a picture of his uncle, which is a grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, pops up and go viral. I wouldn't be surprised. See, they put up with that with him. They're not going to put up. Listen, man. See, brothers don't understand. You can't do what he does. Not at all. He can bash her online and she won't say anything. Have this registered yet, black men. You can't do that. That's why there are absolutely no channels with black women going in on white men who disrespect them. They have no channels of black women going in on Asian men who put their foot in their rear end in his nail salons, beauty supplies, fast food restaurants. They don't have any videos going at him. All of their disrespectful videos goes at you. You have no idea what you have been dealing with and what you are dealing with. And so she's his lapdog flunky. What he said, listen, I don't have anything to say. Listen, if he didn't have to, because he had to come out and say something. Normally, white guys are like, whatever, I don't care. Like Gary Owens. Gary Owens had his black wife call a dark skin, a black male that is of a darker hue, a nigga, and she gladly did it. And then she put emphasis on it. He just said, can you call him a nigga? She said, I got one better for you, massa. I got you no good black nigga. How you like that, massa? How you like that, massa? And now you see who's the real buck dancer. And this isn't all black women, but this is over 50%. Do not make any response videos to me. Make it to the Mcclure family. I don't want to hear it. And so his channel will be bigger than ever because a huge percentage of black Americans don't have standards. This is the reason why Drake was able to do a blackface and you have black people buck dancing and going viral, doing his In My Feeling dance. So yeah, his channel will be bigger than ever. More black women will be drawn to that because you got to understand something. That slave master sex, that fetish, that's real. You have a lot of black women who, are turned on because of that. And so their unions with these white men, it's nothing. What is the big deal? It's still better than you. And then she goes on and says, well, racist? No, those comments aren't racist. Like, come on. Like, totally just devaluing her skin color, her skin tone, her womanhood, who she is, and what it means to be a black woman in America. She devalues it because she's with a Caucasian male. They are always at the feet of men of other ethnicities. Where was the Statue of Liberty climber at? Go Google the Statue of Liberty climber, the woman who tried to climb the Statue of Liberty, and click on image. Where was she at? Where was she at? She was at the feet of the Statue of Liberty. Do not make any response videos to me. Make it to the Mcclure family. I don't want to hear it. And this goes in to show everything I've been telling you about these unions between black women and white men. And don't get me wrong, black men and white women and Hispanic women have their issues also. But Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants football team, he was drafted number 2 overall. The tweets of his baby mother, which happens to be a white girl, surfaced. She said some negative things about black people. Black women were all over her. See, that's what you get. I told you they love these racist white women. And Joanna Man, she did a video about it. She was all over it. Joanna Man was all over it. Let's see if she do a video about this here. This here. And brothers, I want you to see the amount of cherry picking. Now, I want to move on to Brittany F. Taylor, Dex Lauper, aka Wigger, and eventually to Amara La Negra, because Amara La Negra did sleep with Dex Lauper, the black woman beater, the racist, the white guy that told Brittany F. Taylor. This is according to, allegedly, Brittany F. Taylor. But before we get deep into this, salute to Meat Magazine. I do believe it's long overdue. Kid O in Meat Magazine do a live stream. When he throw alley hoops, I make sure it's a slam dunk. And that's what this video is here. A slam dunk. However, again, this goes to show you that these white men do not respect them any more than black men. They try to make it seem like, listen, we're going to cross over, black man. White daddy treats us better. He treats us better. And look what's going on. I told you, you can actually have your own YouTube channel talking about black women and white men. It's that much information that is out there. And he slapped her. He put his hands on her. He beat her. He called her a black bitch, Cyndi Lauper's son. And you know Miss Cyndi Lauper, girls who just want to have fun. Her son is a rapper. Yes, he sucks. He's a wigger. He thinks he's a blood. He rides around with bloods. He just looks pathetic. Again, I did a video about him and Amara La Negra. How you had all these black men calling Amara La Negra a queen, a goddess, the Mother Earth. And look what she has been doing since you guys got on your knees and praised her. I told you, don't listen to what they say. Don't pay attention. Pay attention to the character. Make sure that character backs up what they are saying. And the only reason why Brittany F. Taylor is speaking out about it now is because they are officially over. If he wanted her, and if he wanted to stay in a relationship with her, she wouldn't have said anything. Just like Amara La Negra spent a night at his house and he bent that huge rump over. He spread those butt cheeks. Oh, yes, he did. So not only if he is a woman beater, of course he's going to try to lay up with Amara La Negra. And then Amara La Negra tried to say, oh, well, my mother and my manager was there. That doesn't mean anything. You know how many women have laid up with men while their mother was in the other room asleep? Women who live with their mother, there is a lot of women who live with their mother. Contrary to popular belief. When those guys come over and they stay a long period of time or they spend a night, he's hitting. So this idea that because Amara La Negra, mom was there and nothing happened, it's false. And this video here that Meat Magazine did, it could actually just prove that, listen, he has absolutely no respect for black women. So therefore, why wouldn't he bend over Amara La Negra while her mother and manager is in the other room sleeping? Amara La Negra, Brittany F. Taylor, they're all disgusting. And the only reason why Brittany F. Taylor is speaking out about it now, which she could have did a while ago when she confronted Amara La Negra for sleeping with Dex Lauper, a wigger that weighs 102 pounds and a half, soaking wet. Does not have talent. Go listen to some of his music. He has access to what black men think is their brightest women. Like, wow, he got Amara La Negra. Wow, he got Brittany F. Taylor. No, he got them because he's white. That's it. He does. See, you need to be a billionaire. You need to build. You need to do all of this stuff for you to almost size up to him. All he have to be is a white boy. No talent. A wigger trying to be a black boy. Just as long as he is white, it's all right. And now Brittany F. Taylor wants people to feel sorry for her. No, I don't feel sorry for you. Not at all. You are his playground. We've been telling you this. I've been telling you this. And you see these women deliberately put themselves in these dysfunctional relationships, these dysfunctional situations, and then they come back and blame the men, and then you have beta males who actually help them do it. That's why I tell people, don't come to my channel with it. I'm going to lay it down and send you on your way. I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to go back and forth with you like a teeter-totter, like a match of tennis. I'm not going back and forth. Because I know what I'm talking about. You're just coming out talking because you don't like my commentary. There is no method to your madness. There is a method to my madness. And everything I've been saying, I have been proving. And this is a prime example to you, black men, that, hey, you cannot get away with this. Not at all. She do not respect you enough to remain with you while you disrespect her. And might I add, you shouldn't disrespect any woman, but tell the truth. Tell the truth. And if they classify your truth with disrespect, then so be it. But how many brothers are getting away with this type of murder? Zero. You're not, see, you hear these women on the tube talk about Blackistan. Listen, it's Blackistan everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, any guy, no matter what ethnicity he is, it turns into Blackistan. So what does that tell you? You are the problem. And because you don't have any standards, there is absolutely nothing you won't do. People are able to call you out with a high success rate. I tried to tell you. These white guys, they have the pick of the litter. They can call her all. Why do you think they have ghetto gaggers? Are there any videos of them coming out talking about ghetto gaggers? No. All of the videos are geared towards you, black man. When are you going to see this? Wake up, snap out of it. Hello, is anyone home? And salute to the brothers that are millennials that are holding it down, because, you know, you got a lot of brothers here on the tube that have spoke a lot of truth. And, you know, they're millennials. And I do see a lot of millennials on the tube speaking out. And salute. Salute to you, right? You do have older men on YouTube that feel like they have to compete with you. And again, that's why I laugh at them. Just do your thing, homeboy. You're not me. You can't do this. This is art. This is talent. And I'm not bragging. But you have to give credit to where credit is due once in your life. So I am going to do that. Salute to all of the millennial black men that's out here on the tube and in the real world, holding it down. These stories, man, I find quite amusing. I find them interesting. Dex Lauper also cursed Brittany F. Taylor's mother out. Just cursed her out, cursed her mother out, bent over Amara La Negra. Hey, man, this white boy have a credit line that does not run out. You know, you have a real credit score and then you have a life credit score. The real credit score where you're able to buy a home or get a great percentage on financing a car. You may run out of that, but in life with black women credit, you'll never run out. It's to the end of time. And to black women who don't hold white men accountable, but hold black men accountable, this is why people aren't listening to your argument, because you're not keeping it a buck. And you know who you are. I don't have to say anything. And you have a lot of black women who are not like this. So salute to you. Because, when you say things like that, they come to your comment section and say, oh, don't generalize all. But where are your channels speaking out about this? When are you going to say enough is enough? I'm tired of my image being stepped on like a red carpet at a Avengers movie premiere. When do you take your image back? When do you take your image back? When do you start to demand respect from all men, just not black men? I often talk about the Arab guy that had a food truck called Pharaoh's. And we do know that the ancient Egyptians were black, okay? Further proof, Naphtaliah. Look it up. One day I'm going to do a video on the books I read. They're majority history books. I don't like fiction books and make-believe and sci-fi. I like real things. And he got into a confrontation with a black woman. And he cursed her out, told her to get away from his truck because she wanted to pay him in change. She was hungry. Maybe that's, pretty much all she had. He got pissed, told her to get away. She said no, whatever. A back and forth. And then he took a extra large Gatorade bottle and cocked back like he was on the mound for a Cy Young and bust her in the middle of her forehead with a Gatorade bottle, a extra large Gatorade bottle. Video went viral. She's on camera saying, I forgive him. I know it was a hot summer day. I know Arab Daddy was under a lot of stress, and I came to him and wanting to pay him in change, in pennies, in nickels, in dimes, in quarters. He wasn't having it. He disrespected me. However, I forgive him even though he didn't ask for my forgiveness. I told you it's going to be real hot this summer. I'm going to make a lot of enemies. But that's fine. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I actually look forward to it. So you have this Caucasian male that has literally got away with murder. Literally just got away with murder on your ancestors and on the women of today. He just running amok. I gotta salute him. Get mad at me all you want to. He does what he does. White man, I take my hat off to you, man. You did a great job. I'm out. Peace.